Have you ever wondered, among all the things we do for our dogs every day, new toys, tasty treats, long walks, what truly makes them happiest? Interestingly, the thing they love the most is often not something you buy, but the tiny moments you unknowingly create every day. Picture this. You walk through the door after a long day, and before you even take the keys out of your hand, a pair of gentle eyes are already watching you. No jumping, no barking, just a slow tail wag, like they're saying, "You're here, that's all I need." And those seemingly simple moments are actually what your dog loves most in the world. Not rewards, not toys, not even the park, but the little things you barely notice, which build their entire sense of safety and happiness. In this video, we'll explore 10 things dogs truly love the most. Things so simple you can do them today, yet powerful enough to make their day infinitely better. And the first one may surprise you, because it's something you already do every day, without realizing how happy it makes them. Reason 1. Talking to them like a friend. You might be surprised to learn, one of the things that makes your dog happiest is simply hearing your voice. Those quiet, good boy moments, the little things you say while making coffee or softly calling their name, it might seem small to you, but to them, it means being seen, chosen, loved. When you speak to them gently, both your brains release oxytocin, the chemical that makes you both feel calm, safe, and connected. But keep in mind, speaking too loudly, too fast, or giving commands too harshly can confuse their understanding of your emotions. They don't need your words to be eloquent, just kind. Do you ever catch yourself calling your dog's name while doing something else? What's the cutest reaction they've ever had? Reason 2. Sleeping beside you is their quiet way of saying, "I trust you." You'll find this beautiful. When your dog quietly follows you into your bedroom and curls up by your feet or next to your bed, it's not just a habit, it's a trust ritual. In the wild, dogs only sleep close to those they trust enough to guard their safety. When they curl beside you, press their back against your legs, or simply rest near your bed, they're saying, "I feel safe with you while I sleep." That closeness helps slow their heart rate, ease anxiety, and lets them feel like they truly belong to a pack. But if one night they don't follow you or sleep farther away, it could be a sign they're not feeling well or feeling a bit off emotionally that day. Does your dog sleep curled up next to you or just nearby? Has that changed over time? Reason 3. Letting them sniff is letting them read the world. You might not realize it, but when your dog stops to sniff, they're not delaying your walk. They're unlocking a whole world of information. When they lower their nose to a bush, patch of grass, or a random corner, it's not just smelling, it's reading the neighborhood news. Who's been there? What mood they were in? Healthy or not? Young or old? Each inhale is a story they use to understand their world. When you let them sniff freely, you're helping them feel connected and grounded in their space. But many people unknowingly tug the leash too soon, cutting that connection short. Sniffing isn't a nuisance, it's a vital mental need. Does your dog have a favorite sniffing spot? A certain tree, patch of grass, or even a step? Bestat. Reason 4. That soft gaze is a silent whisper. I trust you. You've likely felt it. You're reading a book, cooking, or watching TV, and you suddenly sense your dog quietly watching you. No barking, no begging, just watching. For dogs, eye contact isn't casual. In their world, direct staring is often a threat. But when they look at you with soft eyes and don't quickly turn away, it's a deep sign of trust. In that moment, both of your brains release oxytocin, the same bonding hormone found between a mother and child. Through that quiet gaze, they feel like they truly belong. But if their eyes look tense, pupils wide, or they look away the moment you meet their gaze, it might mean they're anxious or unsure. When does your dog look at you the most? Mornings, evenings, or while you're busy doing something else? Reason 5. Not every kind of touch feels like love to them. This may surprise you. One of the things dogs love most might also be something they can't tell you about. Many people instinctively pat their dog on the head, but for sensitive or fearful dogs, a hand coming from above can cause stress, not comfort. Dogs feel safest when touched in areas they can see or control, under the chin, chest, shoulders, or sides of the neck. When touched the right way, they'll tilt their head, lean into you, or sigh deeply. That's deep trust. The right kind of touch not only brings joy, but also shows them you respect how they feel. If you notice squinting, lip licking, turning away, or stiff posture, that's their way of saying, "I'm not quite comfortable." Where does your dog love being touched the most? Is there a spot they avoid? Reason 6. Just touching the leash makes their heart leap. You've probably seen this daily. All it takes is touching the leash, the sound of the clip, or simply standing up at the right time, and suddenly your dog lights up. Ears perk up, tail spins, eyes widen, like the whole world just switched to joy mode. To a dog, the leash isn't just gear. It's a symbol of connection. Holding it means, you and I are about to go out, together. A dog's instinct is to follow the one they trust, to explore with the one they love. Even a short walk lowers stress, reduces cortisol, and increases oxytocin, especially when they walk by your side. But if you rush, yank the leash, or walk impatiently, they'll absorb that tension too. They don't just want to walk, they want to walk with you. How does your dog react when you touch the leash? Do they jump up, spin in circles, or give you that sparkling look? Reason 7. Why dogs love the car more than you think. You'll notice this right away. Open the car door, and before you even say a word, they're in. Like the car is their personal secret den. To a dog, a car isn't just a ride. It's a mobile den. A cozy, familiar space where they get to be close to the one they trust most. Inside, there's no sudden noises, no strangers, no surprises. Just you, your scent, and a calm motion that soothes them. Studies show that riding in the car with their person lowers anxiety and raises oxytocin levels. For your dog, even a short car ride is like saying, "I get to go through life with you." But remember, if they pant heavily, lick their lips, or tremble, it could be motion sickness or stress, so pay attention. Does your dog prefer the front seat, back seat, or just sticking their head out the window? Reason 8. When they bring you something, it's not mischief, it's love. You've probably seen this. You're folding laundry and they gently drop a sock near you. You're putting on shoes and they bring over a toy. It may seem random, but it's one of their clearest ways of showing love. By instinct, dogs bring things, fetch, or help as a way of finding purpose in the family. They're wired to have jobs, guarding, pulling, fetching. And when they bring you something, they're asking, "How can I help today?" Dogs given little jobs each day are often more confident, less anxious, and much happier. But if you scold them, yank the item away, or ignore it, they may feel rejected, like their attempt to connect was turned down. What does your dog bring you most often? A sock, a pillow, or their favorite toy? Reason 9. Why dogs love sunlight more than you know. You see it every morning. A sliver of sunlight hits the floor, and suddenly your dog is there, curled up, eyes half closed, letting out a long sigh like they've found their personal heaven. To dogs, sunlight isn't just warmth, it's medicine for the mind. Sunlight helps them produce melatonin, which supports better sleep, eases anxiety, and stabilizes mood. Older dogs, anxious dogs, and low-energy dogs especially seek it out for balance and comfort. But if they sunbathe too long, pant heavily, or seek intense heat constantly, it could signal discomfort, pain, or fatigue. Keep an eye on these subtle changes. Does your dog have a favorite sunny spot in the house? Where is it? Reason 10. The small daily routines are their greatest source of security. You'll notice this most in the evenings. You brush your teeth, they follow. You turn off the lights, they settle down. You open the fridge in the morning, they rush over. These little repeated actions form the rhythm of life your dog depends on to feel secure. In their world, predictability lowers anxiety, balances emotions, and builds confidence. A consistent routine, meals, walks, rest, acts like loving landmarks that reassure them. Everything's okay, my family is the same. But when that rhythm is often disrupted or life gets too chaotic, they may seem more restless, pacing the house, breathing faster, or pressing closer to you, just trying to feel grounded again. Does your dog have any adorable daily habits they repeat like clockwork? Reason 11. They love how your voice shifts with your emotions. You may not notice this, but your dog does. What they love isn't just your voice. It's the feeling inside your voice. Every time you speak, whether it's good morning, come here, or even a quiet sigh followed by a smile, they register every tiny shift in tone. Dogs can recognize over 10 emotional states just through your pitch, pace, and energy. When they hear warmth, their bodies soften, their breathing slows, their tails sway gently, like your feelings are flowing directly into them. But if you're rushed, tense, or speaking sharply, they feel it all. Not because you're yelling, but because the emotional current in your voice changed. Your mood is something they absorb more than you think. Have you ever noticed how just one gentle word makes them soften and look at you with those sweet, trusting eyes? Chapter. And here's the beautiful truth. Dogs don't need grand gestures. They love the smallest things, and all of them come from you. Not new toys, not big trips, not fancy meals. What makes them happiest is always your familiar voice, your nightly footsteps, the way you pet them in just the right spot, or the moment you sit down and they curl up next to you. To them, happiness isn't an event. It's the quiet repetition of the things you do every day, the things so small you barely notice. But to them, it's their whole world. So next time they look at you from the next room, lie in a patch of sunlight, run to you at the sound of the leash, or gently rest their head against your leg, know they're saying, I love this life because you're in it. And if you want to give them a gift, don't overthink it. Just one more minute of eye contact, a kind word, a gentle touch, is enough to warm their heart for the whole day. Which of these 10 things does your dog love most? Share your story, because each one is a beautiful piece of the love between people and dogs.